Impact OC, the only program showcasing the people and organizations shaping Orange County. With your host, Don Camber.
Hello, live from the OC Talk Radio studios at UCI's Beal Applied Innovation Center. I'm OC Talk Radio Public Affairs Director Don Camber with two great guests positively impacting our community. Today I welcome High Hopes Brain Injury Program Director Mark Desmond and founding member of Ryan's Reach, Lindy Michaelis. Lindy is music icon Pat Boone's daughter and singer Debbie Boone's sister. Ryan's Reach was created after Lindy's son Ryan experienced traumatic brain injuries from an accident and relied upon High Hopes services. They're here to talk about the Dove Dash fundraising event Saturday, September 23rd in Trabuco Canyon to raise money to cover the costs of those in the nonprofit High Hopes Brain Injury Program. Thank you, Mark and Lindy, for being on Impact OC.
Thank you, Dawn, for having us.
Yes, this is a treat. Thank you.
Mark, please explain your High Hopes Brain Injury Program.
Sure, I'd love to. High Hopes is the first brain injury program in the United States. And we help people that have had traumatic brain injuries, strokes, and we've been very successful over these years. We don't give up on anyone, and we're here to serve.
And briefly explain how you're able to help the people in your program, because we know it's not inexpensive.
No, but our program is, I'll take anybody. If we're able to help, and usually really has to do with committing to the program. We're here to serve. We've served thousands of people over the years, and people pay according to what they can afford, and then we raise the money for the difference to allow them to participate.
And the whole point is the brain injury. It's trying to get the brain, to get the body to work so that they can function independently.
Well, it's both, how you think is everything. So when you've had a brain injury, there's all sorts of different issues, whether it be physical, which is the easiest to see because they're not ambulatory or have no use of different extremities. There's memory, concentration, problem solving, and perception. So emotional behavior. It's a very complicated process to help that individual. We have a method that I've created over these years that has really helped a lot of people, and I just love every day to get a chance to help somebody.
Speaking of helping somebody, Lindy, please explain the story about your son and the relationship between High Hopes and Ryan's Reach, and how is Ryan today?
Well, he's doing well compared to what might have been predicted when he was first injured. He fell through a skylight when he was 24 years old, and he fell 3 stories. So he incurred a very severe near-death sort of brain injury. Everything was broken for a while, and then as it healed, the brain is the slowest thing to heal. And so he still lives with us at home. We're able to take good care of him because of a settlement, and he has a lot of therapy. He does go to High Hopes, and High Hopes has been a blessing to us, as it's always there for people that are damaged, no matter how far after their injury. And so he still benefits by going there. There's so many robotic type of machines that help get bodies upright and moving like they're walking on a treadmill. That's really been helpful for Ryan. There's robotic machines that help his arm that doesn't work as well as his other arm, and it helps loosen up the joints and retrain the brain to have these new neural pathways being formed. So it's really a remarkable program. We're grateful to be able to go. And we started Ryan's Reach to help other people be able to attend High Hopes. And we've helped them in other ways with providing certain equipment. But mostly we like to provide scholarships so that students that otherwise wouldn't have the money to go, it's a way for them to be able to attend High Hopes.
Well, Mark, please talk about the Dove Dash event on Saturday, September 23rd, where it'll be, the 5K walk, run, live and virtual, family 1K walk and run, live only at those events?
Absolutely, I'd love to. It's going to be great. It's on Saturday, September 23rd, located in Dove Canyon community, which is a community which surrounds a golf course, and it's absolutely beautiful. About 1,200 homes, and we have a 1K and a 5K walk or run. We're so thankful for Albertsons. They're supplying breakfast for everyone, and other sponsors that are sponsoring the event. We everybody's welcome. There's something for everyone. You don't have to be a runner as such to go. You're welcome to, but there's something for everyone. We have an event where you can walk. You could sponsor a student or raise money for to do the event. There's the 1K, and we have an event T-shirt. We have entertainment. We have vendors and sponsors, as I just mentioned, as well as awards and for place awards for each of those events. We had about 700, 800 people last year. We expect more this year. And it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful morning. The 5K begins at 8 o'clock in the morning with the 1K at 8:45. And it's just a fun event. I never seen so many people smile and happy they were out there doing it. The 5K is a little challenging because there's a lot of hills. The 1K is a little less challenging.
Lindy, how can people get involved and describe the vibe at the event?
Well, the vibe is, it's usually a beautiful morning. It's going to be in September, and we can usually count on it being a sunny and a pretty day. It's just, we have somebody that is the MC that announces announcements for everyone, and they're getting their T-shirts and their runner's bibs, and a lot of people come as teams that they've formed. Families, people come with their strollers, with their kids and their dogs. So you'll see a little bit of everything there. And then it's a steady stream of people going along this race course. They're all having a good time, and they come across the finish line, and they're ready for their pancake breakfast that is sponsored by Albertsons. And we pass them through this table vendor area where people are ready to greet them and talk about their local businesses. A lot of them are fitness oriented, health oriented, but we also have, a lot of community businesses like Pino's Palette and realtors and people that will love to meet and greet. And we have raffle prizes on the tables and ways for people to win things. And it's food, it's fun, it's family, and it's philanthropy.
And I bet you have people who go every year.
Yeah, definitely. There's people that love to go and come back year after year. So we just want to continue to build it. And this year, I just noticed it's happening on September 23rd. And it's our 23rd year of doing the Dove Dash. So on September 23rd, 2023. So there must be some significance. I don't know what the number 23 means, but
It means
I'll
a
look
lot
it
of
up.
people.
Well, with that
Success.
said, I'm curious, what was it like the first time you had it?
We had it in the wintertime. It was like in the March. And it was interesting that we had rain, I think, the first time. But it worked out quite well. And the event has evolved and changed over the years. Eventually moved it to September. It worked out really well.
The weather's better.
Weather's better.
What if
and
there's
the
a
golf
rain?
course
If
better.
there is indeed rain, will it still be on?
Oh, rain or shine, snow or sleet.
Because we just don't know in Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, rain or shine, snow or sleet, high hopes can't be beat.
I
So
love
there you
that.
go.
There you go.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah, of course.
Well, wow. So explain how the funds will help traumatic brain injured clients of High Hopes, including Ryan's Reach, which is, I understand you have residence and respite and
Well, yeah, Ryan's Reach has been a supporting nonprofit for High Hopes since its beginning. And eventually, we also saw a need and we wanted to get involved in starting group homes for TBI. We have 2 of them, and we have 8 residents in the 2 homes. Usually, people with TBI don't have group home living together. They get placed in a home for the elderly. And that's not necessarily the place where they'll thrive as much. So we love the idea of keeping the younger TBI survivors in a group home together. It's more family. It feels a little bit more stimulating and more outings, and they like it. We're loving getting to know our residents and providing activities for them, and many of them go to High Hopes.
How young are your clients, Mark?
We're an adult program. Our youngest currently is about 20 years old, but we've had people as young as 17 and a half years of age. If you've been injured at even 14, 15 years old, by the time you're out of the hospital and stabilized, sometimes you're a young adult.
So how have the treatments changed?
Oh, everything's evolved. In the old days, it was just me. And then equipment like robotics allows me to be able to help a lot more people at the same time. I have a great staff, most of them that with me have been with me about 30 years. And so we have a very seasoned staff and a very knowledgeable staff that we work with them. And we're really focused more on results rather than the current today's system is all more about billability or minimal services. So we're like training for the Olympics. If a person needs 3 hours a day of physical work, occupational therapy, what have you, we're going to make sure they get the 3 hours. So that's the reason we have the highest success rate in the country of getting people out of wheelchairs or what have you. An example, a young lady today, in March, she couldn't walk. She started taking steps, and today she was able to move from 2 people assisting her to walking with just 1 person. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of hours. In her particular case, it was a stroke. And these are people that, for the most part, across the board, were given up on by the medical. They're released and they're said, well, this is it. Get used to living in a wheelchair, or you really should commit this person, or what have you. And it's not true. People can get better. It takes an enormous amount of work and dedication. Ryan walked today with one of our robotic walkers. Walked with Ryan for an hour or so this afternoon. He did quite well. So it takes not only to maintain, but also to improve. Mm-hmm. So we get to see a lot of improvements after the rest of the world says it can't be done. I've seen tons of miracles, and it's been kind of amazing seeing people have a life again.
Do people come to your facility to learn how to help people in other parts of the country?
Yeah, we have internships with USC, their OT department, and Stanbridge College, as well as just recently Chapman's interested in sending their students over. So we do get people from around the country, around the world, to come to our program.
So raising money, in effect, you're helping the world, because if you can improve your program, in effect, you're helping people with brain injuries all across the country.
Yes, but unfortunately, there should be hundreds of High Hopes across the country, and there's not. Mm-hmm. All are for profit. There are a few non-profits. There's one in New York to help get started, and one in Baltimore. There are different models, but there are other programs, but they're still not High Hopes.
Explain the logistics for September 23rd. In terms of people show up, what do they need to do?
Well, first, I recommend people go to either ryans.reach.com or High Hopes to register. High Hopes. Is it WS?
Highhopes.ws.
WS.
Or you can call 949 733-0044.
And I'm going to ask you to repeat that number since you gave it out, please.
949-733-0044. 0044. Or go to our website at highhopes.ws, and you can register at Ryan's Reach, High Hopes. You can Google High Hopes brain injury or traumatic brain injury. Same thing for Ryan's Reach, and it'll come up. And just go to the site, and you can register. It's quite easy.
Right.
So who do you recommend participate? What are the demographics of the people? What are the ages of the people who could participate?
Everybody.
All ages. Yes.
Everybody can handle it?
Everybody. We have people that are brain injured that are going to do it. They're going to be in wheelchairs or go part of the way in a wheelchair and walk the rest. We're going to have people walk their dogs. There's really is designed that everybody can do it. They just do it within their limitations. They don't have to be an Olympic runner, or they can come out and just do it and be part of the event. And Albertsons is phenomenal. It's all you can eat breakfast. I mean, where can you do that? And Albertsons loves to have people come, and they've been such a great sponsor.
All these years.
All these years, and more the merrier. Please join us on September 23rd at
right.
Dove Canyon.
The way it works is you get your T-shirt, you get a goodie bag, you have your runner's bib, you're sent out from registration to go stand and wait for the race to start. You hear the national anthem. We release white doves into the sky. They swirl overhead. It's a wonderful moment, and then the race starts.
Describe the course.
The 5K, the course is on the Dove Canyon streets, and we leave from the entrance. First of all, when you go there, you park just outside the entrance of Dove Canyon and walk right in, or stroll right in, or wheelchair right in, or whatever. And then the 5K goes at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you do the 5K, it's down a hill, up around the back of Dove Canyon Country Club area and the neighborhood. You can oversee almost all the way to the ocean. It's absolutely beautiful. And then you wrap through the canyon, and they come out, and then finish is at the country club, the golf club. The 1K is at the top, goes down the hill to the right, and goes right to the finish line for the 1K, so it is easier. The 5K is more challenging, but you can walk it. You can drive your electric wheelchair. You can be the Orange County top runner, whichever works.
Are you also offering it virtually?
Yes, it is also virtual.
How do you do that?
You just do it online. All the information's right there on the High Hopes, and you can do it anywhere. And also, we have a makeup for people at High Hopes a week later for those that can't attend because it's on a Saturday.
But also, the virtual means that you register and you pay your money to be a participant. But if you're out of town, if you're in another state, you're traveling during that time, you can still go out and do a 5K, which is basically a 3.1 mile walk or run wherever you live.
Lindy,
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Lindy, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
you have a famous father, you
Sure.
have a famous sister. Please share with us how they're doing.
Oh, okay. Well, my dad is singer-entertainer Pat Boone, and he is, I don't think he minds my sharing, he's 89 years old, so next birthday he'll be 90, and he's in great health, and he's as busy as he's ever been. So he's doing well. And my sister Debbie, also working still. Debbie Boone, You Light Up My Life fame. She had that big hit record. She's a one-hit wonder, but she's made a whole career out of it. She's getting ready to do a TV movie, and she's getting ready to go appear in Palm Springs. So she's also active. She looks fantastic. She defies age. Both my dad and my sister do. And they're both doing very well, still singing and bringing joy to people.
And Ryan, how's he doing?
Ryan is 46 now. He was 24 when he had his accident. So he has been living with TBI for 22 years, but he has no real long-term memory. He lives very present tense. So when I talk to him, I ask how he's doing, and he feels blessed. He feels blessed. He doesn't feel loss. So that is a comfort to me. He's aware of who we all are and who he is, but the passage of time means nothing really to him. So that's, in a way, you say, oh, how sad, but I say it's a hidden blessing in all of it, that he can be content in this moment where he is, and he considers himself a very lucky young man.
Sounds to me like there's a lot to learn from these people.
I have a lot to learn from him. I need to be a little bit more like that.
Is that common, Mark?
These are fantastic people to work with. I have never not liked anybody that's had a brain injury. They're very honest. There's no hidden agendas. They let you know what they think, and you may not always like what they have to say to you, but everything is real.
What is the average length of time that someone suffers an injury and then, if you could say, fully recovers?
Well, you're never the person you were before after brain injury. Our average person in our program is there approximately 5 years. Some in and out sooner, in a few, years, or and then others, some are longer, that will need High Hopes support for many years. So there you go.
Well, thank you, High Hopes Brain Injury Program Director Mark Desmond and founding member of Ryan's Reach, Lindy Michaelis, for being on Impact OC. And I thank everyone for tuning in. I'm OC Talk Radio Public Affairs Director Dawn Camber. Have an impactful day.
You've been listening to Impact OC, the only program showcasing the people and organizations shaping our community. Right here on Orange County's only community radio station, OC Talk Radio.